everyone. Welcome to Beneath the Hollow Moon, where the folklore burns slow and the strange never fades. I'm your host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, and you are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. Tonight, my dear friend and fabulous co-host Lorilei Potvin and myself are heading down the trail of ghost stories and high strangeness. We thought we would just do something, a little different for today.
We did. Well, you are in Thunder Bay, where I live. It's just that the weather's been crappy and everything else. Plus, we figured we got to be on two computers anyways. But so you are where you are, and we said let's make it something fun and spooky. But let's still make it a little easier. And so that's what we're doing today. It's going to be fun.
I think so too.
We're on TikTok. I got TikTok. Thank you for doing the intro. You guys, Kerrilynn is so amazing. She said, I don't think I brought my intro with me. You did that beautifully.
Oh, I don't know about that. There's lots that I forgot, but we'll catch that other half of the intro at the station ID time.
We will. Mm-hmm. So I want to ask everybody, how many spooky stories do you guys have of your own or that you know of? Because that's what we're doing tonight. Spooky ghost stories, right?
It is spooky month. And, it's always interesting how everybody looks at spooky stories. If it is a personal story, if it is a made up ghost story, like campfire stories, right?
Yes. Well, I was telling you earlier today, I kept hearing about this Ed Gein monster series on Netflix. And finally I thought, I'm going to start watching that. That was just creepy to me. And you know why it freaked me out? Because when somebody's that mentally ill and just, I'm sorry, with no disrespect, he's deranged. It seemed by the way that, what I've heard. I have seen people, not to his level, but as a nurse, working with people that are very ill, but dangerous as well, but in a hospital. So that's what freaked me out was, are there people actually wandering out in the world? Maybe, thinking unusual thoughts. We'll put it that way.
It's disturbing, but there's lots of, it's definitely disturbing. And lots of people that are feeling that it's not accurate.
I agree.
And embellished, but.
Well, when I was watching it, I told you, that thought went through my head, knowing most of the details of that case. And I'm thinking, there's no way they would have been able to write this script. They had to have made a lot up, because I'm sure Ed was not going to sit there and dictate, here, copy down my life story so you can do a movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely. But it was nice. It was interesting the way they tied in the movies that have been centered around it, because now I can see where the creepy guy from Silence of the Lambs, I've seen Psycho, you can see some of these stories. Now I haven't watched them all. Didn't they pull in, what's the one with, I believe they're
from Chainsaw Massacre.
They pulled that in, didn't they?
Yeah.
I saw that too. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can certainly see. Should we say hi to everyone?
Let's do that. Vet Girl 84, first one in the chat today. Hello. Thank you so much for being here.
They were early. We saw them as we were getting ready. Hi, Patsy.
Patsy, hello. Greetings, Lorilei and Kerrilynn. Astrolite Paranormal, Victoria and family, thank you so much for being here. Denise Smits, hello. Hello, all, and happy Thursday in Thunder Bay. Yes, thank you so much.
Living up to his name. It is pouring rain. It's quite cold and damp here today. I am crossing my fingers it doesn't snow, because there's many a Halloween we get snow. It doesn't stay, but we do.
We did as kids too. We had to wear our snowsuits underneath our plastic.
Oh, didn't you hate that? I used to hate that. My mom, you'd work so hard on your costume, and your mother, you're wearing your snowsuit. It's like, no.
Yeah. Julie Jean Bassett, hello. She's saying hello, Lorilei, Kerrilynn, and everyone.
And I'm going to give her a quick shout out. You guys, I just took a fabulous course with Julie Jean Bassett this past weekend with animal chakras, and we had such a great time. And then, speaking of spooky stories, I was getting off the chat. We went a little longer after the class, the whole group that was there. And I hear my partner, Dell, yelling, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." And I'm thinking, who is he yelling at? Because we don't yell in our house. So when someone's yelling, you usually pay attention. And I mean that seriously. So the dog was up here, and I thought, there's no way the cat is going to never goes to the front door, never. Dell's allergic to them, so they don't stay by each other. So I yelled on the stairs, "Who are you yelling at?" He goes, "Oh my gosh." He goes, "Had I not had the stair light on the inside of the house, I wouldn't have seen it." He almost stepped on this massive black bear that was in our yard, almost at our front door.
That is crazy.
Anyways, quickly, Julie Jean Bassett is an incredible animal communicator, both earthside and as a medium, a healer. You can check her out at juliejeanbassett.com. And she's also an incredible shamanic practitioner for humans as well. So you can check her out at whitetailshamanichealing.com, either place. But I highly recommend her. I know you've worked with Julie too, with your babies too. I have worked with mine. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I've recommended her to clients as well too. Hello, Mish. Good day, Lorilei. Good day, Kerrilynn. Thank you so much for being here, chiming in from Australia. We appreciate your support.
She's already in the future. It's Friday morning over there.
Kirby's 100. Hello. Thank you so much for being here.
We got
Contessa Martins. Hello. Hi. Oh, my dear friend Wiz. James Burr is here. Hello, everyone, he says. Benno from Oz, 1975. I will be scared, but I will still listen. Well, thank you. I'm not. It's spooky, but it won't be scary spooky.
No, it won't be. Just a little. Well, I don't know, but you'll be okay. I promise. We don't get too scary.
Yeah. Lois Clark, hello. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, Contessa's talking about the Ed Gein show, saying it was creepy.
It was very creepy.
It was.
Fiona Clark is saying, "Good evening, ladies. Glad I made it tonight." I'm glad that you're here too.
Me too.
I can normally binge watch a series, no problem, but that one I had to deflect and watch, like, is it cake in between?
I was watching it and I was going to bed, because usually what I do, I go to bed and then I turn on something to watch for a bit. And I thought, no, this is not the series I want to watch before bed. I think I turned on the Dog Whisperer.
Yeah, that's what we need, something to redirect. Joanna Garvey McNally. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, nice to see you, Joanna. Nice to see everybody here, but nice to see you.
Michelle Wilfong, hello. Thank you so much for being here.
We are on TikTok. I have us up there. I saved it instead of Monday to use it tonight. Michelle's already over there. She already knows.
She's my mom.
Thank you. On TikTok. You guys check out her TikTok channel. She's got My Haunted Apartment, and she has some interesting paranormal events that go on. So please check out her channel. Hang on, I'm scrolling. Let's see. Everybody's just saying, oh, we got Carrie Fast. Sorry, Carrie, I almost went right by your name here. So hang on, I'll highlight you.
Hi, Carrie. Thank you so much for being here. And all that you share. You end up sharing so much information. We all learned so much from you. So we appreciate you.
Oh.
Kathy Hopkinson Fisher. Good day, everyone. My first time here. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome. We've got beautiful people in the chat. They get along great with everybody, ask great questions and comments, and they'll make you feel very welcome. I know they will. We've got great people here. Lisa
Martinello. Hello.
Oh, my goodness. I haven't seen you in forever, sir.
Jonathan Keyworth.
Yes.
Saying hello to Lorilei. Thank you so much for being here, Jonathan.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever.
And it's so funny, Jonathan, because we were talking about doing ITC potentially tonight too. So it's really interesting that you showed up. Your intuitive, buzzers must have been going off.
Yep.
Alicia, thank you so much for being here.
Can't stay the whole time. We're just glad that you popped in.
Yep.
Let's see, where are we going? And Michelle just said, yes, Carrie is amazing, has great knowledge. She sure does.
Yeah.
She popped in on, she said, thank you. I feel safe to share and hope whatever I tell my experiences helps. Oh, we got Grant here.
Hi, Grant. The Ontario Paranormal Society. Thank you so much. The North will not stop the podcast. Yeah, I made it safe. It was actually a really good trip. This year, there was no crying, no car sickness, no salty words, and no moose.
And like I said, no,
that
now
was the whole trip last
you
year.
have to worry about bears. Adele and
Yeah.
I were talking to Kerrilynn before the show, and we've lived here our whole life because we're in the same city right now, you guys. I live in Thunder Bay. Kerrylynn's in Thunder Bay for the Lake Superior Paracon that's on this weekend. And we were talking to you
tonight.
Oh, it starts tonight. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It does. And what are they doing tonight?
So Jason Kenzie has people out doing the Sasquatch expedition, the Sasquatch hunt. So brave folks out in the cold rain and
rain. Be careful too, because that's what I was just saying. Della and I have lived here, well, he's lived in Toronto too, our entire lives, and never has there been the black bear problem that there is here. We have seen this bear. Last night, I didn't see it, neither did Dell, but I bet you if I talked to one of my neighbors, they did. This bear is big, and it is not afraid of humans, and it was in our yard. It didn't get anything from us, but across the street, I guess it's getting garbage or something. It's not leaving.
It's being fed somewhere for sure.
So we thought we would do spooky stories. Sorry, I got to itch on my back here. And we thought we'll do a mixture of reading. We are going to share some spooky videos. You guys have some spooky stories. We would be happy to share them here too, right? So we didn't even talk about this. What one do you want to start with?
I don't know. Do you want to start with the Skeletor?
The Skeletor. Is that the first one you sent me? Oh, yes, I know exactly what one, because it does say that. Skeletor.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I'll pause it. Hang on, I got to mute it just in case. Oh, we're so lucky we didn't get a commercial just yet. So give me 1 sec, guys. And we will present.
And Tessa is sharing Toronto is seeing a lot of coyotes.
Us too here as well. And we never had coyotes in the city. But they were mostly over the summer. It was bad. Let's see, is that up? Yeah.
Gary is sharing, I have been on a cryptid binge the last several months, and it ignited a memory in me that is a rake pale crawler when I was 10 on our farm.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I have a video of, they kind of look human, but they're running in all fours and they are super, super thin.
You want to play that one now instead?
Oh, I got art. I'll play it maybe after, because I got this one that we talked about, because it's not that long, the Skeletor one. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. I got to be on the same page to do this. So unmute, and we'll make it big. Okay, let's play it. Hang on. There we go. I hope I got the volume on. Yeah, there is no volume on this. I forgot. Like, what is that?
I don't know. So I'm gonna bring up the video here so that I can read it.
Okay.
For folks as well too.
Do you want me to make it smaller? Are you talking about below?
No, I was just gonna bring it up on my phone so that I can read it.
Oh, okay. Do you want to read it then? Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, mostly like with the video, because there's no words with it, right? There was 3 different nights that this happened. So the first night, the video camera caught the doors blowing open, but not really seeing anybody. The second time, I think it was seeing partial of whatever that spirit was, and the doors closing. And then that third one, seeing all of that. And during the day, guests were saying that it was a great tour and a great visit, but they didn't like the man in the gray robe, or that the man in the gray robe was scary. So they were getting comments of visitors and tourists going through the castle, commenting that they were seeing this spirit. But yeah, then that video showed up, which does look like a skeleton head.
you want me? I can pull it up again. I thought maybe you were reading from the video. It'll take me 2 seconds if you want.
No, I was just calling it up here just to make sure that I was doing.
Yeah, but maybe now that you got the story, right? Maybe people might want to take another peek. What do you think? Because
Sure.
it's not that long, and I should have left it up there. I was not thinking. Of course, now there's the obligatory commercial. There always is on YouTube. But now, since you've shared what we're seeing, then people can have it. Did I pull it up yet? Hang on. We'll pull it up. Add to the stage.
And apparently, so at that Hampton Court Palace, the ghost of Jane Seymour is supposed to haunt the hall.
Ghost of Jane Seymour?
Mm-hmm.
Is she still alive, though, isn't she?
Jane Seymour? Is it Jane Seymour? Maybe I've got the wrong name.
I don't know. Okay, so
look at that.
Yeah, it looks like a woman to me almost. What do you guys think? Yeah, it does look like a skull, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's got a hood on.
Oh, hello, Enfield CT Haunting. Thank you so much. I was thinking about you today, actually. I was thinking of spooky places and haunted places, and your house is definitely up there.
We've got Kurt here, too. And where did I see that? Kurt, is it 1975? I try to remember. Kurt W75 said hi too. We've got Tristan Jacobson popping in. Hello, says namaste,
Hi,
dear
Tristan.
Sam. So I don't know. What did you, Miss? You wrote Medicine Woman. Do you think that that's what it was that you saw? Like, what do you guys think of that? Oh, Michelle Wilfong over on TikTok says I have seen that video before.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's older. I think it's from like 2003 or something.
You know what kind of rang when you were reading that? When you said there were 3 nights, I thought you were going to say 3 actual nights, but that's what that felt like, almost like a night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe.
Well, so the video did happen at nighttime, and the doors were blowing open at nighttime, but they were seeing a man in a gray robe during the day as people were doing the tours.
Miss, you're right. Jane Seymour, I think she was Medicine Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle Wilfong thinks it looks like a woman and another figure. Kurt said like a woman wearing a robe or something that was weird. Definitely looks weird.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Super weird.
I'll have to see if I can. I've labeled on my videos, so give me a minute. I'll find the critters that were walking on all fours because I know I sent it to you. Oh, is my computer's not going to play nice tonight? It's been doing this with Messenger. It just goes and just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and won't go up. So just give me a sec. I've got a mimic story. Hang on.
It was Jane Seymour. She died giving birth.
Oh, maybe that was
not like the actress. It's like
here it is.
Henry VIII, one of his queens.
Oh, okay. Hang on, I got TikTok here. I'm pulling up as it's taking its sweet time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, are you going to stop here? What are you going to do?
Catherine Howard.
What was that?
And Catherine Howard, another wife.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to unmute this.
Hang on. Haunted as well too. And I'm not sure if they had captured a photo of Jane Seymour, but
well, I could see people of olden day kind of looking like Jane Seymour with that long hair, and I could definitely see that. Okay, so we got this TikTok video finally. Sorry, I couldn't get it to load properly. It's now, you guys, I can't make it any bigger, but here we go. Now, these are people walking on all fours. Oh, we got Cindy Waghorn. She says, hi, ladies. I wondered if you guys would be in the same place tonight. We talked about it.
Cindy. It is Cindy's birthday today.
Well, happy birthday. We talked about it, but my partner, Dell, used to be on the network, and I can tell you on one camera, you cannot get 2 people on one camera. It's super, super hard. So we would have had to be on separate devices anyways. So we just said, let's just We're in the same city. Not the same place. Okay, let me unmute this. This is a bit of a story. Okay, it's unmuted. Let's go.
How scary these videos are. Since telling Ellie's story when she saw a man running around on all fours like a dog, apparently it's not an uncommon thing to witness. People from all around the world have seen creatures or people running around on all fours, and somebody even sent me some videos. I'm going to show you them. The first one is CCTV footage caught in 2011 of somebody running around an apartment block, and the second one is fairly recent. A man thought there was a statue of an animal in the road until he drove by it and it moved. I'll just show you.
Ew. Ew. And it just keeps on coming.
Like it almost skids around that corner.
I agree. And this almost looks like the same thing, but it's not the same place. Watch what he sees out his window. Longer hair. Exactly.
These videos are taken decades apart in different parts of the world. I want to know why these creatures look so similar. Why are they so skinny? Why do they look like they're not wearing anything? And also the hair. Look at the colour of the hair and the length of the hair. It looks the same. Honestly, I really wish I never saw that.
And genderless.
I don't think you're ready for how scary these videos are.
Sorry, what'd you say?
They look genderless. Like the
Don't they? They do. They look genderless. Benno's from Oz is saying, what the? And Mish says maybe it's all the drugs they are on.
Well, interesting thing, when you type in like zombies and stuff, that's what the videos that you, like when we were trying to research for our show last week, that's what we came across, were videos of people with addictions. Instead of like what we were trying to, but when we were looking for like high strangeness.
Yeah, but they didn't look like that. Like that.
No, they did not.
Humanoid, but it doesn't look human to
and
me.
The arms and legs look elongated.
And then I believe I've seen videos, because a lot of farms, unfortunately, what Carrie Fass is talking about, seem to catch what I might call a rake, where it's very long arms, long legs, naked, genderless. And sometimes I've seen the head longer, or the head just doesn't look human.
Is the hair stringy and stuff too?
It had no hair. That's what I was going to say, but this thing has hair.
Oh, yeah, that hair looks stringy.
It looked gross. Ew. I would not want to run into that one.
Well, I always get wigged out with the contortion part of it. Like that body looked contorted.
It did. And then the fact that it followed, like it looked like it was on somebody's back patio. Can you imagine? Ugh. I've got security cameras and
it's chasing a mouse. What was it doing?
Maybe cleaning up the rodent problem.
Like it skidded around that corner. It was chasing something.
But I wonder why the next one was frozen. Like it looked like it was frozen and then started to move, he said, as he drove past. Like, what did it think? If I don't move, no one will see me.
Like a squirrel, like when you're catching a squirrel in your garbage and it stops all of a sudden. Like
I wasn't eating your garbage.
I'm not here. I'm not here.
Oh, interesting thought. So Mish says maybe it's like a werewolf, but different. Human changes into whatever that was. I don't know. Maybe it looked like a human. Again, I'm repeating myself, but genderless, but it had hair, but the body was just so long and thin, and the arms and the legs. I don't know. Carrie, if you're still here, can you share with us, if you're comfortable, what did you remember the rake looking like when you said you saw it on the farm when you were little? I don't know.
Well, potentially, Benno, like the one
Yeah,
that was still, that could have potentially been in a transitioning stage.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
that other one was just full on running.
Mm-hmm. Kurt says he thinks it sounds like a rake. I don't know. I've seen before AI came out, I have seen various videos of what people claim to have caught being a rake, but I've never seen hair on the rake. The things that I've seen that look like a rake. Jamie,
Oh,
the Wiz thinks some kind of weird skinwalker.
I wonder where those videos were from, because it didn't say. She just said that they were from different places and 10 years apart.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, are we not seeing your comments?
So I can see it. Can you see it?
No. Oh, I did. Yeah, let me highlight it, please. Go ahead and read.
Got it up. The one Carrie is sharing, the one I saw went past our kitchen window in broad daylight. I only saw head and shoulders, bald and white, black eyes. I thought it was someone riding their bike past our window, or a ghost.
Yeah, so Carrie, that's what I've seen. I've seen there's a one that was caught on a barn in Mexico, and this guy could hear it. Was middle of broad daylight, and it had like a metal awning on. It was just a shed, and you could hear it running, like almost like nails clicking. And so he went outside and looked up, and this thing turned and looked at him. It looked like it could have been about 8 to 10 feet tall, super long arms and legs, no clothing, but again, genderless. But the head was very misshapen. It was longer and bald, but it did not look like ET.
So is it dimensional? Is it popping in and out from somewhere? Is it?
I don't know. Just to add a few more comments, I'm trying to describe it, Kurt says, but erased it a couple times because it's hard to put into words too.
This is when Vulcan mind melding helps.
Yes. I always say that. If only I could draw you a picture of what I'm seeing in my mind.
Yeah.
Hi, Mort.
Plug me into a TV so you can see it on the screen as I experience it. Hi, Mort.
Here's Carrie's rest of her comment.
I had no reference in the 80s to what this was. I thought maybe it was a ghost. I went outside. There was nobody in our farmyard. I didn't think to see where the dogs went. It was so fast.
Oh, wow.
And at 11, that was pretty brave, even going outside.
Well,
I believe you said 11, right? That you were 11?
Ooh. And Mish is adding, interesting, Carrie. Sometimes when I look out my windows at night, that's what I see in my mind's eye when I get the heebie-jeebies. Mm-hmm. Oh, so Benno's adding. Do you want to read his comment?
Thank you, Benno.
Thank you.
The rake is a cryptid resembling a humanoid creature that infrequently stalks people, sometimes appearing at the foot of the victim's bed, and has been alleged to mutilate, oh dear, or abduct children.
Interesting, because like I said, I have seen quite a few videos, and it always seems to be on farms or in big fields with a lot of grass. Like, have you seen any of those videos, Kerrilynn?
No, but if you find one to show me, I'm interested.
One of them, it was screaming, like screeching, like nothing I'd ever heard. And the person's dog kept going up to it and he was trying to get the dog back. And I've seen about 4 or 5 different videos over the years that people have claimed to have caught that looks very much like what I would call a rake.
But is it folklore that has been created because everyone talks about it and puts their energy into it? How does that? What is the history?
My mind, because I was thinking that too. I instantly was getting a flash of Slender Man, and then, people talking about it and the energy. If this thing exists, and like I say, people have caught it on video before AI that was popular, it's got to be dimensional.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Heather Fugard, you are so funny. She's saying me in bed on my farm and her eye with the eyeball emoji.
No, hide under your bulletproof blankets.
Bring your babies into bed with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
W75, they kind of bend over and walk on all fours, also using their hands and stand back up. They almost remind you of those waving guys along the road, those
the
again blow up air
guys,
things.
Like, in the wind. And then Carrie said,
sorry. I'll stop. You do it.
You go ahead. You go ahead. We had that great minds think alike.
It was so solid, not like an apparition, but really deep diving. And my intel, this was one of those. I was more in shock and think someone biking through our yard. That's wild. So, and again, like the window would be up so high as well too. So.
And then Carrie added to Mish, she said, yeah, Mish, that's your senses alerting you. Listen to your gut. Always listen.
Okay, thank you, Grant. I knew if you stayed here, you would know.
I'll put it up, but Grant, that's why I said I got a flash of Slender Man when I was kind of tapping into the energy. That's why I said, and again, I didn't know. So thank you for sharing. Feel free to share his comment too, Kerrilynn.
So thank you, Grant. The rake was created in 2005 on internet forums like Creepypasta, and it isn't considered a true cryptid. That's what I thought, if it was something that was created.
That's the feel. Like I said, for me to get a flash of Slender Man, that was weird. And I thought, yeah, because Slender Man was created.
Mm-hmm.
Julie Jean Bassett said, always trust your instincts or your guts. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Cole Ramsey.
And it's always in the first few seconds. If you wait any longer than those first few seconds, it goes up into your chihuahua brain and you gaslight yourself out of it. Mm-hmm. Benno is sharing, I saw a green ghost once. It was 1984 and he was quite naughty. He even ate hot dogs. It was Ghostbusters at the cinema with my family. It was Slimer. So I didn't bring it, but there's this fabulous creator of paranormal equipment in the UK, GEC Paratech. And she created the Ghostbusters car with a Slimer on the top as investigative equipment. So I have that car and I love it. It's just so fun. Yeah. And I mean, having to use it appropriately too, depending on where you are. There's, I'm not sure. I know that I lent it to her once and she's got her own car now, but Jacqueline from Guelph Urbex used it at the Tytler School investigation. So, knowing where to use it appropriately. If you're in an 1860s house, the Ghostbuster car isn't going to do anything for them, right?
I agree. I almost wore I just got Ghostbusters jammy pants. You guys, I'm going to be so decked out for Christmas with the Grinch and all my Halloween shirts. Kerrilynn got a preview of some of them today. Oh, Mish, I'm glad you shared this. She said, Ace Frehley passed away.
Oh, dear.
Was in the band Kiss. So definitely sending out, prayers and empathy and condolences to his family. That's sad. Thanks for sharing, Mish, because I didn't see that. Did you, Kerrilynn?
No.
Do you want to read calls?
Colleen is sharing. That's what I was thinking, the blow up guys. But yes, I've seen the rake. I don't know where or when, but I see him clearly. Carrie is sharing, I think now I used to keep my bedroom window wide open in summer. Now I'm creeped out. That thing could have been peeking in my window.
Oh,
just clear, cancel, and delete. We're not going to think about it.
I won't keep my windows open because a couple townhouses down, it's a single mom with teenagers. And apparently they were all sleeping. They had Mac computers, they had all kinds of stuff. And they had their little kitchen window open. It's not that big. And I guess the garbage can was below. Somebody came in through the window. And I think all they took was $20. They had dogs. The dogs never heard them. And I said, well, how did they even know someone broke in? And they said, because of the screen. And I think they went out the back way and there's sliding glass doors and they left the doors open. So I never leave my windows open.
Where our house is in Guelph, we don't leave them open either.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello. She's saying hello. Just grabbed my phone off the charger.
And Julie Bassett saying, how fun. Hello. I think is it Scouse or Scouse? Please forgive me if I didn't pronounce that properly.
Do you see, Benno, fun fact, my friend Steve Neal helped event.
There you go. Is that the one?
Invent slime for that movie. That's pretty fun.
No way.
That's fun.
And then Cindy Waghorn says that video reminded me of Split. That movie when his body changed as he went into each personality that he went into. I've never heard of that movie.
It's creepy too. So the guy that plays Professor Xavier, the young one, young Dr. Xavier, and
he was in Chronicles of Narnia. Didn't he play the fawn in Chronicles of Narnia?
Yes,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh wow. Kurt saying I want to get Spock ears from him, Benno. That's so cool.
Do you see Jay's comment?
I didn't.
That's it right there.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So Jay is sharing. So Enfield CT haunting, Connecticut, Enfield, Connecticut haunting. There are some creatures that have a suction-like fingers. They climb on the outside of houses. I know this sounds crazy, but I had a friend of mine worked for the town of Enfield years ago, and she was walking her dog and walked at our house and saw this creature climbing on the outside of the house. To this day, she never walked by our house anymore. So, folks, if you have not heard about the Enfield, Connecticut house and haunting, you should look it up. Rebecca F. Pittman wrote a book about it. I think it came out last year. And Jay and his wife and daughter, one of the twins, came on Spirit Switchboard and did the show. You can watch that archive. Their story is incredible.
Wow.
When we ask if somebody has a ghost story, his ghost story is the ultimate. It's a lot.
Wow. Well, we have some crazy stories from our previous house. I've told a lot of them on my own show. There was something I'd seen here I was going to say. Now, let me go up a bit. That reminded me of it. Kurt says they're all chasing each other around. Jenda. Hi, Jenda. Nice that you're with Kurt there. Nuts, and I'm just laughing. Is it your dogs or your cats, Kurt? I'm guessing one of the animals, right? And then Heidi saying that apparently Narnia is free right now on YouTube. So she saved it to watch later. So I guess if you guys...
I love it.
So do I.
Yeah, it has a special place in my heart. When my kids were small, they would all cuddle up on my bed and I would read it to them. And then they didn't know what Turkish Delight was. And it's part of the story, right?
It is. Yeah.
So at Christmas time, I bought it for them, and now it's just tradition. So
is it?
Yeah, it's tradition. So my oldest boys are 32. My second son will be 31 next week. So it's still tradition to get them the Turkish Delight at Christmas.
My ex-husband, he always got this for Christmas, so he started it with our boys, and it's those chocolate oranges that you crack them and they all come apart. So every year I always had to buy those. But that's cool. If you've read the book, and as always, I don't think I've ever seen a movie done better than a book. But definitely Chronicles of Narnia, I think, is much better with the book, don't you? Definitely. Well, speaking of creepies, where do you want to go next? Or we've got videos, we've got a story.
So the video, I think a good follow-up to that, the one that we just played, is the video in the cave.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what one that is. Video in the cave. Give me a second. Do you remember?
Where it looks like something is laying on the ground and all of a sudden the arms.
Oh, that's on Nuke's Top 5, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was on Nuke's top 5. I'll have to find it. It's towards the end, I think. I may have to do a few things to check it out there, but I will find it. Hang on. Okay, where'd you go, Nukes? That was definitely intriguing. Actually, all of those videos from that. I'm going to go to your. I know you sent it to me. It'd be easier than trying to find it in my stuff, because this is the top 20 videos on Nuke's top 5, and I remember seeing it there. It's in the cave, and then he sees something crawling up from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It looked like an old mine shaft where it almost looked like rails, and then it starts to stand out.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got chapters in here. Let me see. He might have chapters. It'll be easier to find. Yes, you got 25 videos, but I don't want your 25 videos. It might take me a minute while we're chit-chatting here to find it, because I think it was in the last 5.
Contestant, that's awesome. Great minds think alike. So I learned a new word today.
You did? Why don't you tell them about that? Well, I'm
going to tell them about this new word, but let me call it, make sure that I'm doing it correctly in this.
I'd never heard of this before either till you told me about
it. It was new to me. And now I'm going to ask you guys if you've heard of it.
Let's hope he's got a transcript. If he's got a transcript, Kerry, then I'll be able to find it. Let's see. Do you have a transcript? No, you don't have a transcript. Let's see. You might. Yes, I remember you telling me about this video, and it was like, oh, they do have a transcript. Great. Okay, I'll be able to find it going through the transcript while you're looking.
Okay. So, so I was reading this story. It was submitted by someone whose username was Sweet and Salty Anxiety. So I kind of resonate with that too. Yeah. So their story that they wrote, I grew up in a seriously haunted house, so it takes a lot for something paranormal to really scare me. I've seen things, heard things, you name it. Startle me, sure. Scare me? Nah. Here's the only time I've actually been scared. I lived in an apartment complex about 11 years ago, and other than some terrifyingly large wolf spiders, never heard or saw anything paranormal. Then the old dude who lived across from me had a party one weekend, and his brother died. Alcohol poisoning. His body lay there for over 12 hours because everyone thought he was sleeping it off. After he passed, I would occasionally hear some odd sounds, but nothing major. Then one night I lay in the bed with my toddler waiting for her to go to sleep, and something blocked the light that had been shining into the room from the bathroom. I whipped my head off the pillow and looked towards the door, and there was a black mass that was loosely in the shape of a person in the doorway. My whole body started tingling, and I squeezed my eyes shut for a moment because I was terrified and unsure if it was a real person who had broken in or something paranormal. I popped my eyes back open, and it was gone, so I hopped up out of bed and grabbed my shotgun and a couple of shells and took after it. Okay, so I got some thoughts about that too. So the only door in the apartment still had both locks locked, and the chain was still in place. Windows were closed and locked. I checked under every bed and inside all the closets and didn't find anything. I heard noises again after that, but never saw anything again. I moved a couple months later when my lease was up. Like, where does she live where she feels like she's got to have a shotgun and shells by her bed and a toddler? Those are all things.
Wow.
Anyway, this is where the word is. So somebody commented, which their username, which is super fun as well too. Elvis, take the wheel. Oh my Lanta.
Oh my goodness. I found it, by the way, with the transcript. Thank goodness.
So it was a Vartiger.
I never heard that.
A spirit predecessor. It's like someone's spirit in this, and they're saying in this case yours, arrives before they do. So I had never heard of it. So it's Scandinavian folklore. So the stories typically include instances that are nearly deja vu in substance, but in reverse, where a spirit with the subject's footsteps, voice, scent, or appearance and overall demeanor precedes them in a location or activity, resulting in witnesses believing they have seen or heard the actual person before the person physically arrives. bears a subtle difference from a doppelganger with a less sinister connotation. It's been linked to being a phantom double or a form of bilocation. In Finnish folklore, the concept is, I can't pronounce that. Sorry, folks. Vardiger. Has anybody heard of that?
I haven't. Well,
it's new to me today.
Well, we have a video with mimics, and then we can even pull it in after that. No, I've got the tunnel. Do you want me to pull up the tunnel video with the creepy thing coming up from the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Benno said...
Sorry. You have a video that you're going to put up? Sorry.
You remember you asked me to find the one with the creepy thing coming up from the tracks in the cave? Okay, yeah. I found
excellent.
It. So hang on.
Benno, dimensional distortions? Maybe, right?
It could be. Okay, let's hope. He's notorious. Usually there's a commercial if I play this, but we'll see. Okay.
Top 5 viewer Sophie reached out to us about a very creepy video that her friend Laura recorded in an abandoned railway tunnel in Hassel, Germany. The tunnel was built in 1890 and it was used extensively by German troops during World War II. So, while on a weekend trip, Laura checks out the historic old abandoned rail tunnel. She's recording with her phone when she captures what is maybe one of the weirdest clips I've ever seen.
I hope this isn't the
Check it out.
I don't think so, though.
Something pale and thin can be seen rising up from the tracks in front of Laura on what looks like a thin little arm. As for Laura, she gets one look at the disturbing thing and just turns and makes a run for it.
Yeah.
Hi, now I decided to make a commercial, but that was pretty well the gist of it.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure the next arm would have been there.
That didn't look like a little arm to me. Did that look like a little arm to you?
Mm-mm.
Not even close. So it didn't show much more. There's just a little bit there.
Kurt is asking, was that eye shine out to the other side down in the dark? So I saw that too. I don't know.
Well, we can replay
the light down at the end of that tunnel.
Well, let's replay it. I still have it up. So we'll replay it and you guys can see. Again, I wish I could slow it down if you wanted, but I'll put it back just a wee bit. Okay, just a wee bit. Okay, hopefully it's going to behave. Okay, volume back on without the commercial. Because he replays it a couple times.
It's not up. Are you just finding the right spot?
What was that, Kerrilynn?
Are you just looking for the right spot to put it up?
Am I not playing it?
No.
Oh, ding dong. I didn't shave it. Didn't share it. Shave it. Share it. Sorry, guys. Just let me know. I'm playing it looking like super close and people are going, what's going on? Hang on.
Yeah, so is it eye shine or a light, or is there something reflective that would be like whatever
on the big
they're
screen
using?
On the big screen, to me, it looks like its back is to the camera and the arm comes out like this and like this. Like I can't see the eye shine. I'll replay it and see what you think.
So not eye shine on that creature, like when you look at that black circle in the center, like looking down the tunnel.
There is something there. Okay, well, let's watch it again. Hang on, now that you guys can actually see it. Sorry about that. This looks like one light.
something pale and thin can be seen rising up from the tracks in front of Laura on what looks like a thin little arm. As for Laura, she gets one look at the disturbing thing and just turns and makes a run for it. Now, watching this clip over and over, I honestly have no idea what this is. It looks like maybe a hairless torso with two skinny arms, getting up in a very unnatural way. Maybe it's an animal, maybe it's a very weird looking person. I just don't know. So you tell me what you think this is down in the comments. Open.
So
It looks like a hell no.
Some kind of. What was that?
It looks like a hell no.
Hell no, definitely. Yes. Well, there is something like a light at the end of the tunnel, but it doesn't look like an opening like to light because it's too small.
Oh, yeah. Denise Mitz is sharing the light at the end looks like the other end of the tunnel.
It's really small. So if you guys want to see what video this is, just let me minimize it. It's Nuke's top 5 from this year, like 2024, top 25 scariest videos of the year. And I think it's video number, like it's closer to the beginning.
So Carrie is also sharing for anyone in the chat that wants to cryptid binge. Mystery Man is an excellent channel of compilations. He even has cave encounter clips. I've actually seen this clip on his channel, Lorilei shared.
Oh.
So do they just share the clips, or do they have like a commentary or thoughts about things as well too? Was there any suggestions on Mystery Man's channel? Patsy is, I think it is a poor injured animal.
If you get a chance, Patsy, take a look at it on a big screen. You can really see it. If it is an animal, it has no hair.
Yeah.
It has eaten well enough to fill out its trunk, but the arms are just like it's creepy.
Yeah. And that same elongated arms, right? He does have commentary. Thanks, Carrie.
Thank you for that.
And it did look muddy. Yeah. It's just saying looked muddy.
But that
the same color as the dirt.
I don't know, but that light at the end of the tunnel, if that's what it was, like it looks like when you see it on the bigger screen, you could almost, I don't know, the blackness is all there, but then there's just this little light. Like it doesn't strike me as an entrance to like, or an exit of a tunnel, unless it was that long, maybe. Patsy goes, no, I can't watch it again. I respect that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But it had that same feel as those other creatures that were in the other video, right? Just from a laying down position.
Yeah, like Michelle Wilfong has been saying, she's been welcoming everybody on TikTok, but she's also saying, I don't know, it's creepy looking. She says, absolutely creepy looking. Yeah, it's gross. So I don't know what the heck it is. Shall we do our station ID, I guess?
Yes, thank you, James, for keeping us on
track. That, James.
We appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
So if you are just joining us now, thank you for being here. You are listening to Beneath the Hollow Moon. And I'm your host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, with my fabulous co-host, Lorilei Potvin. And you are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. If you are liking what you are listening to and what you're watching, please head over to uprntalkradio.com. You can find out more about all of our hosts and shows there. There's thousands of archives for you to access. And there is something for everyone. It's not all paranormal and high strangeness. There is something for everyone with our network, which is always growing. And Did I forget anything?
You didn't. You did great. And thank you. I just want to say one thing for you guys. We would never have shown you a video if it was an injured animal.
Oh,
So I will be honest with you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I promise you, if that was any kind of animal, we would not have shown you that video. So just so you can be well assured, and we respect your opinions, but we would never do. We both of us adore animals. We would never show a video like that. So just so you're aware. Mm-hmm.
Especially with Julie Jean in the chat.
Yes. No, we love animals. And I don't want you guys to be sad or think
traumatized.
Oh, absolutely, Patsy. I just wanted you to know that we respect all of you, and we would never show something to upset people or anything like that, just so you know. Now, Carrie also added another channel. Go ahead.
Wartime Stories is another excellent channel that started me down the rabbit hole. Soldiers sharing paranormal and all things strange through email to this channel.
Oh. Do they have the Kandahar giant story on there? Because that is just mind-blowing, that story to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. Mm-hmm. So, well, we've got some mimic ones. I'm going through the comments. Oh, I'm wondering what Carrie, you said, right, Carrie? I told my kids that their whole lives. Oh, she said, she's talking about, yes, once you see it, you can't unsee it, especially the truth. Absolutely. I would agree 100%. Whatever it is in the world, once you see it, right? So where are we going next, Kerrilynn? What else would you like to share?
So what about that first video with the top 25, like Nuke's top 25?
Yeah, that's the one I'm in. That's where I got the spooky creature coming.
Yeah, that first one with the little girl in the tent with her toys.
Oh, I've seen that one. Okay, that's the first one. I know where the one that is.
It's the very first one.
Okay.
So easy to find, but
I've got the transcript still up, I think. If it's not, I can grab it now, so it'll make it easier because there's a lot of videos on there. Now, what do I want to do?
It's the very first one.
I'm going, what do I want to do? I want to share the screen. That's what I meant. What am I doing? Okay, hang on. No, it needs to come to the stage. That kills me, that phrase you use, add to the stage.
So Carrie is, before we hit play on that,
yeah.
Carrie is responding to your comment and your question. I believe they do, Laura. These soldiers stationed in Afghanistan, they share stories of animals that are giant beyond reason.
And we see you, Mr. Delsky. Hola.
Hello, Del.
Hello. Okay, so first one, that one's there was the last 5 on here are really good too.
So I didn't see past that.
Oh, really? I watched them all, but every video, I learned this from a true crime channel I follow, Grizzly True Crime, and you can play it on 2 times speed. So I play all my videos on 2 times speed. And actually, apparently, if you have a subscription, I don't know how you could hear it, but you can even play it 3 times speed if you wanted. So you get twice as much done. So that's how I watched this video today. I'd seen it, but just to find where stuff was. Okay, here it goes. Little girl.
Toy Story.
We were messing around with my little sister's camera, and we just found something like.
It's weird.
It's weird. Okay.
It's a normal Tuesday in October, around 6 p.m., when a young girl takes out her camera to record her new toy collection and talk about her day. What happens next is downright chilling.
It is.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Ghibli toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a toy store and they had all of these things like this cameraman, these tiny little action figures, this big Ghibli toilet, and these ones. And then I saw my friend the other day and we went on a walk and we also got ice cream that day. And I'm having a lot of fun.
What does she see? That's what I think.
Oh, yeah.
Torch kiddo. Got a raggedy end, but it looks like it's back almost. As I said, don't blink.
I wanted a refund
sorry,
because
guys.
the sketch I got looked like my neighbor's. Turns out.
Never fail. Back on.
The little girl looks up and seems frozen in fear as she stares at something that we can't see. She stares motionless for over 20 seconds and then gets up and hurries out of the room. The camera continues to record and captures something that seems to follow her. Later, the little girl's older sister, Charity Lewis, is looking through the camera's footage and finds this strange recording completely by accident. Charity shares the clip on Instagram and says that before viewing this video, she had no idea that her little sister had experienced anything strange. To this day, the recording remains a mystery. Up on the housetop.
Like, what the heck was that? That is just freaking, like, it looked like just one long, skinny, black thing going by super quick.
Yeah, that mask.
And what did she see? She didn't tell her mom or anybody if her sister didn't know, but how could you not? Like, I'm surprised she didn't tell anybody.
But we don't know all the story. We have no idea if maybe she had before and was dismissed, or we don't know. Man.
In this 25 video conglomeration, there is definitely, if it's real, looks like a video's Hat Man caught on the video.
In that compilation of 25?
Yep, there is.
And I want to know what Sky Toilet.
Oh, Skibbity Toilet. That's a new boys' toy thing. It's gross humor stuff, like slime. Like, you know how I buy my Miniverse? Like with the resin? They have one with slime for boys, like with putrid, disgusting things. And it's marketed as, I mean, it's genderless, but it's more market, like it's sold where all the usually boy toys are and stuff. So the new one is called Skibbity Toilet.
Oh.
So I don't know a lot about it. I just know the name. And that's why she had all the toilets with those heads coming out of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a cartoon. I want to say, I think it is or something. I've never seen it, but I recognize the name. Mm-hmm. Yes, Mish, I noticed that too. She said, kept on. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So what's funny about that, you were saying that you agree you were waiting for the Raggedy Ann looking doll to move. So my mom, when my daughter was born, we were living in New Brunswick, and my mom, I forget where we were, but there's a woman that was making homemade Raggedy Ann dolls and Andy dolls. So my mom got one for Brooklyn with her name embroidered on the pants. You know how the bloomers underneath always had an embroidered heart. And so the heart was there, and then she got Brooklyn's name embroidered on. And so Brooklyn, she was little when my mom gave that to her, and she screamed bloody murder. She wouldn't have it in her room. She would start to shake. She was petrified of it. And this was long before I even knew anything about Annabelle or Annabelle being a Raggedy Ann doll, anything like that. Because I grew up with Holly Hobby.
I knew who Holly Hobby is. Yeah, I didn't have one, but my cousin did.
Yeah, so like with the Holly Hobby, so and Raggedy Ann and Andy, so my mom always thinks about those keepsake sort of things for them, right? And we couldn't keep it. I ended up taking the bloomers off and giving it away because she was just so petrified of it.
Oh wow, isn't that interesting? Oh, your poor mom. She went to all that work too.
Oh yeah.
Aw, well, you're not going to keep bringing out a toy that's going to traumatize your child, right? So.
Well, I did that with another child, though. actually did that because that child, was a runner and would not stay in their room.
Yep.
And
Oh, so you had to use it to make them stay in one place.
it was this toy that had all these, like, it was a round circle with all these knobs on it. And when you put the batteries in it and turn it on, it would bounce and joggle all around the floor. He was petrified of it, didn't like it at all. But he would, like, he didn't sleep. He didn't sleep, and he would run away. He would unlock the door. We used to have to call the base MPs at the time because we were on a military base.
Apparently we've been suspended from TikTok. We violated their guidelines. I don't think we have. I have a very good idea what happened there. Okay, don't worry about it, Michelle. I seen somebody in the chat that I think may have decided to complain about our live. I'll tell you after the show.
Oh dear.
It's okay. It's no worries. And thank you very much, Mish, for what you did over there. Sorry, I cut you off at the end. Please forgive me.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I used to put that toy outside his door so that he wouldn't, like, come out of his room and unlock the door and run away.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
I could see that. Definitely. So, but that thing in that video, I think, Kurt, I saw your comment earlier. Yeah, it looked like it had one leg or something. Like, I don't even know how it moved.
I don't know. It just looked like it was a mass that floated.
I'm just so shocked that the only way her sister found out was she happened to look, her older sister was to look at her camera. Have I got time for another coffee, Miss? You sure do. Grab a cup of coffee. So, I don't know. Do you want to save the vampire story that you came across till the end, or when do you want to do that one?
Oh, I don't know. We don't.
I thought it was a good story. You also sent me another video. I know you did. There was Skeletor, and what was the other one you sent me? I'm going back to it. Just give me a sec. Go back. It was Snoop's Top. Oh, maybe those were the two. So we've got a mimic video. There's all kinds. Like, we could literally go through the last 5 clips in this video that were super, super creepy on Nuke's Top 5.
I'm interested in seeing the Hat Man one and the Mimic one.
Okay, I can probably play the Mimic one. That was a separate one. And then I can find the Hat Man while it's playing, probably. So I'm going to use the transcript again. It was they were supposed to be having a sleepover. It sounded like teenagers almost. Got Appalachian Witch. I got Wendigo story. I got a Mimic story. So hang on. I'm just waiting for it to load. Hopefully they don't cut me off of that too. Okay, slow down. Stop. Okay, good. Okay, we're all set here. I can pull up the Mimic story. Give me just one sec. Present. Share screen. I'm watching your comments as I'm talking here. Can't walk and talk at the same time. Okay, now we will pull it up. Okay, this is an interesting channel. Actually, I found it today. I forget what it's called. It's Scary Stories or something like that. So we'll play the Mimic one. Okay.
We don't know exactly what a mimic is, but we do know what it can do. However, there have been a few people who have reported seeing a mimic in true form. Now, this story comes out of Miami, Florida. There was this fisherman named Dave. And Dave was sort of a lone wolf. He only had one deckhand, and his name was Jeremy. Well, this particular morning, they are at the dock getting prepared to go. Jeremy shows up and gets in the boat. They get everything ready, and they head out to open water. Now, Dave noticed that Jeremy was acting kind of strange, and he was more quieter than usual. So as they're pretty far out into the ocean, he is like, "Hey, Jeremy, I know you. We've been fishing together for years. Is everything all right?" And Jeremy says, "It's kind of weird, huh?" And he goes, "What's kind of weird?" And he goes, being out here in the ocean all alone, there's no other boats around, and no one could hear you scream." And Dave's kind of like, "Yeah, I know that, but why were you talking about that?" And he said Jeremy just smiled at him. And for like the next 30 minutes, Jeremy is just like giving him this big smile. Well, fast forward, they get done fishing. And as he's heading back to the dock, Jeremy says, hey, there's this old like warehouse over here. Like, you know, there's like a dock over by this warehouse. We should go over there. I want to show you something. And he goes, no, we need to get back to the dock and unload these fish and stuff. And he's like, come on, just let's go over to the dock. I want to show you something real quick. And Dave's like, what? No, I'm not going to go deviate from the course. I got to unload these fish. So you're either going to help me or not. Well, as he starts heading closer and closer to the dock, like he notices Jeremy is getting really, really uneasy. Well, it starts to get dark, and right as he reaches the dock, he looks out and, you know, out on this pier or whatever, he sees Jeremy. And Jeremy's like waving like, hey, like, what's going on? What's going on? You left without me and stuff. And Dave was like, well, who's in the boat? And when he turned, standing in the boat, he said, was this 7 foot tall, you know, skinny looking creature thing with you know, weird kind of grayish white skin. And it had these very long arms, very long legs, and at least 2 fingers on each hand and 2 toes. And it had not just one face, but a face on the back of like its head. And it was turned around and it was staring at him from behind. And he said this thing like looked like nothing he'd ever seen on the earth. And he said this thing let out like a loud screech, and then it jumped.
Oh, what happened there? Did it stop on us? Sorry, guys. I don't know what it's doing here. Can you hear me, Kerrilynn?
Yep.
Did I? Okay, I don't know why it froze. Hi, Kasoon. Let me see if it'll finish. It's almost done the story, so. Yeah, now it's just going to buffer on us. Isn't that lovely, guys? I apologize, but it's just going to buffer. Oh, wait, maybe it's coming
off into the water, and all of a sudden they see like a dolphin swimming through the ocean. So he said that he realized like whatever this was probably trying to take him over by the warehouse to lure him in for some reason.
I know it's happening because I'm trying to find the YouTube video. It's locking up on us. Sorry. It's
Hi,
almost
Kisun.
done.
Nicole Gaspard, hello. Thank you for being
It just
here.
went back to the Hi, Nicole. Sorry, guys. My computer, whenever I've got a couple, and I've got like a gaming computer for speed, so don't tell me why I can't guess. Basically, what happened though, his deckhand was on the dock when he arrived, thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, like you left me." So who was he in the boat with? Right?
And that it was long, elongated arms and legs. But the thing that was like, was that there was a head on the back, like a face on the back.
Mm-hmm. I'd never heard that before with that. That was creepy. That's why it kept locking up. I just realized because I was trying to find.
What is the difference between a mimic and a doppelganger?
If Grant's still here, he'll probably. Thank you, Benno. I made it. My hat. Thank you. Grant will probably tell us. A mimic, I think, because I think we had both in our previous home. So for us, what we were calling a mimic, like the boys would have been at their dad's for the weekend and I knew they weren't there and I'd hear them calling me. We actually basically we had 4 main entities. We called it the female shapeshifter, had a filthy mouth on it. Like sometimes you'd hear swearing. And then there were times when I'm assuming it's the same thing. It would take my form. Like it would look like me. And it always hit Dell. Like one time he was up making a sandwich at 3 a.m. in the old house. And I was downstairs.
Pumpernickel?
What's that?
Pumpernickel?
No pumpernickel, no. It's hard to find. And he came downstairs and he goes, did you just run upstairs and hit me twice on the left shoulder really hard? And I go, what? I go, no. And I said, I've never hit anybody, first of all. Second of all, you have way better hearing than me, even though you've been to thousands of more concerts, you would have heard me. And third of all, why would I do that? And then I said, why are you asking me this? And he says something hit him. His head was like facing the cupboard, and he was on the counter making a sandwich, and he felt 2 sharp hits on his shoulder. And he said when he turned around, it looked the exact replica of me, right down to my hair from the back and my clothing. And of course, I'm being a smart you know what, and I'm going, oh, so what did this fake me just do? He said basically walked out of the kitchen quickly, turned the corner, and poof, gone. And there was a couple with that.
So Kurt W75 is sharing, I thought a doppelganger was more of a clone and a mimic is more vocalizations, isn't it? I'm not sure. So that was my understanding too. Like a doppelganger could be.
That's how I would, yeah, because the verbal, I would put more to a mimic. But that was part of the video. Who's ever seen a mimic's true form, right? So this is what he's saying he felt. So, or what this gentleman felt, right? With his thing with a mimic. Nicole Gaspard says she's had a doppelganger experience. LOL. Mish, LOL. Always hit Dell. Nobody should be hitting anybody. This is a cute question. Contessa Martins, who is Pumpernickel?
Well, it's not a who. I was just asking if the sandwich was made out of pumpernickel bread.
There's a story to that. So it's hard to find pumpernickel bread in Thunder Bay. And we found some overseas. Sorry?
Dempster's pumpernickel.
That's the kind he wanted. We settled on something else. And it was something Dell's dad used to make for a snack. And when you're like late at night, you toast pumpernickel bread, which is basically really dark rye bread. And then you put cheddar cheese, you melt it with ham, and you toast it all and eat it. So we just had this crazy idea on the weekend. We haven't had pumpernickel in years. I wonder if we could find it. And we did, actually. Not the one we wanted, but we did. So that's what the pumpernickel was all about. So Benno says, doppels always travel in gangs, Kurt. That's what he's saying. Carry fast. The nerve. I hate it when they do that. And Benno feels that doppels often peek at you from a mirror too. I haven't had that experience. Have you?
No.
Oh, Kasoon wants you to say pumpernickel again, Kerrilynn.
Why?
Oh, that's so cute. That's cute. So it's really good, that bread. It really, really is good. And if you get the really heavy, dense stuff, it's a little strong tasting, but otherwise it's good. I'm still trying to find the Hat Man here. I know it's in here. I have seen it. There are some creepy videos in this thing, though, including the haunting of this guy going to check on his friend over in South America. The last 5 videos are really creepy. I'm still looking.
Well, you can play whichever ones you want. I haven't seen any of them, so they'll all be new to me.
Okay, this one. Let's go back to that one then. Hang on. Actually, this is creepy, this one. So let's play it. I have to pause it. Of course, you're going to play. That's the worst about this channel. Too many commercials. I'm sorry. There just is. Skip. Okay, pause. Okay, we can unmute now, and then I'll pull it up. Hang on. Oh, pumpernickel, what Benno's saying. That's going to be the new thing. Pumpernickel. Okay. Is it on the screen? Probably not. There we go. So many buttons to push. Okay, give me a sec, guys, and we'll play this one. This is creepy. Okay, are you going to behave? Okay.
So what is going on? And he doesn't want any part of it. He decides to just...
Come on, come back a little bit. Oh, okay, let's see. I think we got to the right one, did we? Oh, no, it went right back to the little girl. Isn't that nice of it? You guys, I'm really sorry about this, so give me a minute. It is not playing nice. This is a ghost that was not before. I have no idea. Well, actually, I can play this one because actually we've talked about Antoine's restaurant before, Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants she's claiming in the United States. It's in New Orleans. And I know our owner, Joe Montaldo, when we've been on a panel or whatever, we've talked about it. He claims it's the same owner. Now, they're saying the original owner died in this clip I'm going to show. But Joe says there's pictures, and he looks like the same guy that is still there. He's just dressed differently for the times. But you're going to see something that got caught on camera that's pretty cool. So hang on, I'll play it.
I believe in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail.
Antoine.
It is a really well-established place forever. So he's dining at this restaurant and he's offered a tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection. My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took.
Probably can't see it. It's hard to see.
So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think.
I think the next one is the one with the Javier, but what did you guys think of that? Could you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Could you see it, Kerrilynn?
Yep.
Yeah, so it got caught on camera. Yeah, Misha's saying it kind of looks like her. Carrie Fast. Wow. Lock me in that wine cellar. All I need is liquid courage and remove the juju. Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely.
It's nice that they took those pictures in succession too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that he didn't see anything at all. He just kept, taking the pictures. Oh, I'm going to say, we've got rivers. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sometimes you don't see anything in the pictures until like the next day or even a couple of days after.
Well, yeah, that can happen. I think this is the one I was trying to share with Javier. This one's kind of creepy. It's longer, but it's creepy if you want me to play it. I'll set it up. Basically, this man has been trying to call his friend, and his friend's not answering, so he just decides to go over to his apartment. I think it's like a ground floor apartment, and the door is slightly ajar. Now, I believe this is in South America, so it's going to be in Spanish, but you can, if you're watching, you'll be able to see the subtitles, but there's creepy stuff that happens. Do you want to watch that one?
Sure.
Okay, we will pull it. That was the one I was originally trying to show you guys, and it decided to jump all over the place. I still haven't found the Hat Man guy. I will find him, I promise. It's just going to take me a minute. I think what's happening, Dell's saying we've got rivers of water pouring outside right now. So I have a feeling, sorry guys, if my signal's a little creepy or crappy right now. Okay.
Top5@gmail.com. This next video was recorded by a man named Javier from Argentina. Javier says that he was worried about his friend Antonio, as he hadn't heard from him in a while. So he drives over to Antonio's house to check up on his friend. Javier bangs on the front door. No one answers. He calls out Antonio's name. Again, no answer. So Javier climbs over the wall into Antonio's backyard and goes to the back door of the house. For some reason, the door is open. Fearing the worst, Javier goes inside to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
Antonio! Antonio! Raro, che. Toño, soy yo. Javier. La puta madre. ¡Ey! Loco. Soy Javier, boludo. Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si sos vos, salí. ¿Escuchan eso?
Javier doesn't know what is going on, and he doesn't want any part of it. He decides to just leave the house and call the police. But just as he's about to exit, he hears a strange sound from somewhere behind him. The next 30 seconds are like something right out of a nightmare.
That's a minute.
Did you see it? A door swings open by itself and someone or something with glowing eyes seems to peek over the upper glass of the door, 7 feet in the air.
I know.
Javier has had about enough and just makes a run for it. He says that whoever or whatever this was, it certainly was not his friend Antonio. After calling the police over to the residence, Javier learns that his friend has tragically passed away inside the house, just behind that door that he couldn't open. Javier is so upset and confused by the whole ordeal that he just can't let it go. He decides to return to Antonio's house in search of answers. It did not go well.
Nope.
Luxury casino,
sorry, guys.
always highest win rates. Why would you play anywhere
I told you that's the worst, these guys with their darn commercials.
Pieza. Mierda. La laucha.
What was that, Kerrilynn?
I asked if
What was that?
I asked if it was a dead mouse on the floor.
Yes, it looks like it is. Yeah. I don't know, though, but it looked like it might have been.
Un poco de escalofrío estar acá, se siente una carga un poco pesada, qué sé yo. ¡Qué mierda! La linterna, ¿qué pasó? ¡Qué mierda! ¡Ey! ¿Quién anda ahí? Mierda.
bit longer, but it's a creepy video.
¡Hola! ¿Qué mierda anda ahí, la concha de su madre?
And with that, Javier is done. He leaves the house, and to this day, he claims that he has no explanation for what happened inside. There's something.
I think this is the one. I'll have to check and see if this is the one with the hat man, actually. But how creepy was that?
Right? So Benno agreed you can feel the heaviness. Nicole Gaspard, I see why it's not a good idea to ghost hunt alone for many reasons. Safety. Safety number one. Nope, Mish.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. I've been looking for the hat man while I'm talking to you. I may not be able to find because it's not very long, but I know that it's a bunch of teenagers and they're going to have a sleepover, and I think the one kid is sending a video to his friends to see what the basement looks like. Like this is just giving them a look around, and as he pans by with the camera, you see this tall shadow. And it looks like it's wearing almost a cowboy hat, all black. And as he pans back, there's nothing there.
So Benno, this is why you watch something like Is This Cake, or like something fun and light, non-thinking, something that makes you laugh. That's what you do after.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But you know what? When people send in videos, right, and he'll tell you, like, he doesn't tell you what to think on this channel, because there's one that I did find. I think it was off of TikTok. It was 3 examples of a haunting. The third haunting I know is fake, because I love Paranormal Nightmare, Foreman Brothers. On Friday nights, I am always watching them. I think they go live at 8, or is it 8 or 9 o'clock? And yeah, I thought it was 8 at Eastern. So they were called to go to this house because these people's channel on TikTok was going viral, and it was crazy activity. When I was watching this, I went, there's no way this stuff is going on, most of this stuff. Anyways, they went and they had to make a video afterwards. They apologized to the audience. They said, yes, we've now realized this was fake. We now know why we didn't get much activity, but we tried to do what you guys are asking for. And I guess they kept getting thousands of messages of people asking, can you go investigate this house? So they did, but then they came out and at least said, you know what, I'm sorry, it was fake. Kerry, I don't know if you can or not, because Kerry's asking, it depends. I guess you can, depending on whose channel you're on, but I don't know. You can try at least and see. Hi, Michelle Plummer. I just saw you there. Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
So I don't know. Like, I know that if you're on, like, say, our main YouTube channel, I know I'm a mod on it. I think most of us are. I think we can allow them if we see them. So
I don't know what are you responding to?
To YouTube. Carrie's asking, can we share links in this chat? I can send a fun one.
Oh, I think other people have shared. I don't know.
Yeah, try it. Just try it. That's what I said. Just try. Yeah. Benno says I would have evacuated at the first bump sound.
I think seeing the legs of and behind the man walking in, then I would have been calling the police as I'm going out the door.
Well, it was intriguing. I remember the first time I did see this video and the door was open. That was the first thing I kind of felt was, I don't think your friend's alive anymore. Not that they described it, but I just had that heavy feeling, right? And then all the activity that was there, that was the creepy part. Mm-hmm.
Well, and to go back alone the second time does not make me feel he's, clear thinking or
I don't
the
know.
marbles aren't there, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone back. Like, I don't know why you did, first of all. Carrie, you know what? You can also send a link to either Kerrilynn or I, if you have either one of us, say on Facebook or whatever. You can send it on Messenger. That definitely could do that.
And your creepy stories, folks, anybody in the chat or listening, if anybody has a high strangeness, unexplainable, ghosty story that you would like us to read, we do listener submissions. This week we're doing something a little different, but usually we will read or share something that someone has sent in to us. And you can send those submissions to kerrilynnsporch at gmail.com. So it's KERRILYNNS porch, PORCH at gmail.com.
Yeah, we planned it this way because we didn't know when Kerrilynn was going to be traveling. That's why I told you guys, if you were on my Monday night show, that we might be live, or I promised we would have a good replay on. So we got to thank Kerrilynn because she drove and she got here safe and sound. And so that's why we're doing it. But I know you wouldn't have your regular setup and everything else. So this was a kind of a fun thing to do tonight, to check out.
It's a 16-hour drive.
I'm surprised it's only 16 hours because I remember driving from, I think it was London, Ontario, and that's not as far as Guelph. And that took my first husband and I, we didn't have kids yet. I think it took us over 20 hours straight driving, but I think there was a lot of construction too.
There was some construction this trip too.
Oh, wow. Wow. So Carrie, I don't see your link if you're trying to post it. So let me see. If you want, I could play. I have that the one of there's an Appalachian witch, and I know I have one of the 3 hauntings I was talking about. I don't know if this is the one.
Del, I like Penn and Teller too. I like when they do the art of distraction.
Well, yeah, and the same as Darren Brown. He's Del used to watch him a lot. He's from the UK and he's done some intriguing stuff. I didn't show the Wendigo story yet, did I?
No.
Oh, do you want to watch that one? That's kind of creepy.
Sure.
Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm still mad at TikTok for kicking us off, but now we'll have to skip it. I'm going to have to try something else here because I got to skip every couple of weeks to do stuff, and it's just not as fun. You get different. It's nice to have people on different platforms. The more, the merrier, is what I say.
Kurt is saying Wendigo, yes.
Wendigo, yes. Alrighty, we're pulling it up. Okay. Oh, I got to make sure it's not muted. There we go. Okay.
You see, it tries to lure you into the woods by mimicking people.
Pull it right to
the American Wendigo is terrifying. You see, it tries to lure you into the woods by mimicking people or animals or whistling sounds to try and draw you outside. Now, there's a lot of lore around the Wendigo. For instance, they say you should never look it in the eyes because once you do, it will have control over you and can lure you out into the woods. They also say it has this supernatural ability to make pets not be aware of its presence. And it's also said that it cannot enter a home that is not built with wood from the forest which it resides. Now, most of the stories in America of the Wendigo come out of northern Minnesota. Now, there was this woman named Kathy. Kathy said during this period of her life, she was going through some really hard financial times.
This is a creepy one.
And she had this friend in Minnesota who owned several acres and had this trailer. And her friend was like, if you need a place to stay until you get back on your feet, you can come live in my trailer. But the trailer, was like a mess. You'd have to clean it up, but you're more than welcome to come here. So Kathy takes her friend up on this offer. she drives across country to Minnesota, and she gets to her friend's house about 8 at night. Her friend immediately takes her to this trailer, which is almost like a half a mile away from where she lives. So Kathy goes inside the trailer. You know, it was like this huge mess, and she started cleaning it up and making it look nice. At about 1 o'clock at night, she started to get tired. So she said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and lay down. Now, being that they were in the middle of the woods, she didn't think she should lock her door on the trailer because she said, you know, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Who's going to get us? So her and her dog, they lay down and they go to sleep. Well, at 3 in the morning, she hears something outside of the trailer. And she notices her dog, who's laying right next to her, has lifted up his head and is moving it left to right, like it has picked up on something. And that's when she hears her friend's voice say, Kathy, come on outside. And she almost responded to her because she thought it was her friend, until she realized it was 3 in the morning and her friend goes to bed like at 9 o'clock. And she also thought it was weird that the dog didn't even respond to this thing. So she just lays in her bed holding onto her dog, and the dog is shaking and terrified. And that's when she starts hearing scratching sounds on the side of the trailer. And once again, she hears her friend's voice say, Kathy, come outside right now, come outside. And this whole time, you know, she's just holding onto her dog, kind of freaking out. And then that's when she said the front door of this trailer opened up by itself. And she didn't want to look. She didn't want to see what was coming through that door. So she just put her head down, and she could hear this thing sort of breathing and groaning as it entered into her trailer.
How creepy.
And she hears her friend's voice say, look at me right now. Look me in the eyes. And she doesn't respond. She doesn't say anything. And she said she started to say this prayer that she knew when she was a young girl. And she kept saying it over and over again. And eventually, whatever this was, left the trailer and took off into the woods. The next morning, she goes to her friend's house, and she confirms that her friend was asleep and did not visit her. And she said, to this day, she is terrified to stay alone in northern Minnesota.
How creepy is that, guys?
Yikes.
How creepy. That's exactly what Nicole said. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Go ahead.
Kurt was saying they have to be cannibals to survive, don't they? And that's what I understood as well too.
They have insatiable hunger, and it's usually for live prey, we'll say, including humans.
Yeah.
So we have to, you know what? This went by really quick, you guys, but we are almost out of time. So please stay tuned, because the second night of the Outer Realm with the amazing Michelle DeRoche, who is our friend and also the station manager of UPRN, is coming up next, right?
I think Wayne is on tonight. Wayne Mallows is on.
Yay! Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. She said, great show. We always like to mix things up, don't we? Just kind of make things not always the same.
Yes, and if you were new here, a lot of times Lorilei and I dress up depending on what we are talking about.
Yes,
it's like Halloween every week, but it's just a little bit different of a show this week.
So, and we wanted to at least make sure we did a show, because like I said, Kerrilynn was traveling, and we're glad we got to hang out with all of you. And Mish is saying drive home safely, Kerrilynn, and I see this. So, well, you're going to put a replay on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow on Spirit Switchboard, we are going to do a replay. It is with Jason Kenzie, who is one of the speakers here. He's actually out in the rain tonight taking folks looking for Sasquatch. So he is going to be doing a talk about Sasquatch, and he'll be here all weekend. So yeah, I'm doing the replay of that segment with Jason Kenzie.
Oh, cool. That'll be awesome. And then on Monday, you guys, we on the Angel Rock, both of us, our shows are at 6 p.m. Eastern for 2 hours. I have Michelle DeRoche coming on my channel, and we are doing part 2 of the show I did on the Outer Realm a couple of weeks ago, when we were talking about exorcisms and infestations and possession, partial possession, and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to dig even deeper. So you guys definitely stay tuned. And then next week, I don't think we have a list yet, but I don't think we've quite decided because we took 1 week off, remember? So are we, I don't know what topic we're doing, but it's going to be spooky because it's spooky month.
Yeah, I don't remember. And I don't have my calendar here to know what we're doing on the show next week.
I know the titles, but I'll talk to you about it and we can decide what one we're going to do. But it will be spooky. We can guarantee you, right?
And back to dressing up.
Yes, yes. So stay tuned and join us next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kerrilynn on Spirit Switchboard tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Even though it's a replay, it's going to be amazing. Jason Kenzie. And like I said, Michelle will be on the Angel Rock, 6 p.m. Monday night. So I forget the ending, but I know that you have a phrase.
So we're going to say thank you to United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast, 107.7 FM in New Orleans. And if you're liking what's happening here, please check out uprntalkradio.com to find out more about the hosts and shows and access all of our archives. And we just appreciate and love all of you guys for hanging out with us in the chat and being part of the show. You guys really help make the show what it is. And we appreciate all of you very much. So thank you. And whatever you do, stay in the shadows and don't follow the whispers.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good